Hello, my lovely human beings. Welcome to another episode of Here Today with Chelly, wherein I share my thoughts and insights on well being and creativity. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, so today I'll be sharing 3 essential things I learned so far in dealing with my mental health. Number 1, ask for help. I started seeing a psychotherapist back in 2018. I went through a rough breakup and it opened a black hole of deep-seated trauma. I questioned my worth as a person, I felt insecure about myself, and I had really bad self-esteem. My therapist helped me process my trauma from childhood, trauma that is passed on from one generation to another. There was so much to unlearn. She helped me unlearn all these certain behavior patterns and helped me shift my perspective towards myself. Unfortunately, there were more unpleasant experiences that followed, which I wasn't able to handle well, even if I was already seeing my therapist. It became harder for me to get out of bed, harder for me to sleep. I was either in pain or I would feel completely empty and numb. I had all these destructive thoughts and I just couldn't handle it on my own. So I opened myself for more help. So this led me to also see a psychiatrist. I was quite hesitant during that time, but I eventually came to accept my condition. It helps a lot when you know what you're dealing with. Mine happened to be post-traumatic stress disorder and clinical depression. Number 2, healing is not linear. There's no deadline. I used to give myself all these cry breaks wherein I allow myself to cry for a period of time, and I don't know, I just feel like I set the schedule, like, okay, during this time you can cry all you want in the bathroom or just cry in your room, and then after that, okay, time to work again. So and that wasn't healthy at all, because there's always this expectation of me to be okay immediately. And sometimes there's this frustration where, like, I come from a place where I feel put together and, we all have our highs and lows. So, but yeah, like, I really hate it when, yes, I'm getting the hang of this. Like, I'm able to cope better. I'm, like advocating for mental health and like talking about it with people, doing all these live guest things and just advocating for it. And then suddenly, I spiral down with all these panic attacks and depressive episodes. And I usually, I tend to be very harsh and unforgiving towards myself. But yeah, I think that's a thing. I tend to forget that as much as I am advocating for mental health, I'm also dealing with it, like with my own condition. Aside from getting professional help, I'm grateful for my songwriting. So all these songs that I have released so far, especially Here Today EP, they somehow mirror every season I'm in. I actually haven't released all my songs yet. Like, I still have a lot of backlog, but I'm really thankful that these songs come out somehow, and it just shows that, hey, Chelly, this is where you're in right now, which is amazing. And for me, it's such a sacred process every time I write a song. I don't know, It's not like, okay, this is the lyrics, this is the, I don't know, it just all comes out naturally. Writing all these songs somehow puts things into a perspective, and especially how like life comes in waves. Sometimes I fall, but eventually I rise and come back at some point. With that in mind, I learned to be more gentle and patient with myself. And last, number 3, I'm doing my best every day. Even if the level of best differs, they're equally important. It's important to be mindful of our limitations and do what we can with what we have. On my first episode, I did mention that what helped me cope for a period of time was playing video games and watching anime. That was my best during that time. And it's equally important as how I was able to wake up early the other day and went out to ride my bike. Honestly, that felt really nice. I realized that no matter how long I escape, I'll always have myself to face. And I feel like it's so important to just embrace like every season you're in and know that the largest leaps you make are the little steps you take.